Welcome to the Real Deal Smite God reveal, featuring Ymir, the Norse frost giant father.
Ymir smash you like a pancake! Hungry.
Man, I love Ymir. He's such a lovable, huggable teddy bear of a god. Honestly, I can't think of anyone who hates Ymir, except maybe complete assholes. So Ymir is a support/bruiser that plays like Nunu and Anivia from League of Legends. Now let's get into his kit and see why he's such a well-loved god. Ymir's passive is Frostbite. All of Ymir's abilities that affect enemies apply a debuff to enemies called Frostbite. All of Ymir's basic attacks against a target afflicted by Frostbite do 100% more damage. Enemies afflicted by Frostbite deal 10% less damage, last for 4 seconds. As is, it's an alright passive to help heal for your team, but something to keep in mind is that this passive doesn't stack, meaning to maximize your DPS, you should auto-attack in between your abilities. Also, if it feels like the 10% damage reduction was tacked on at the last second, it kinda was. It was added on much later to try and help Ymir survive the power creep over the years, and it doesn't really work. Honestly, I forgot they buffed Ymir's passive, that's how little I noticed it. Oh, here's a fun fact. Did you know that Smite didn't always segregate their items based on magic or physical? Yeah, I wasn't playing Smite back then, but I can only imagine how much fun Crit Ymir was to play against. Ymir's one is Ice Wall. Ymir summons a wall of ice out of the ground that blocks players' movement for up to 6 seconds. Well, there's not much to comment on, it's just a wall. And the description says what the wall does. Okay, there is a few tricks I know about the wall. If you have built at least 6% movement speed, you can place the wall right at your feet and will force you forward and block any enemies chasing you. You can also use it to block Loki's decoy so he can't build stacks. Yeah, that's actually about it. The only problem I have with the wall is that there's no counterplay to it. You can't destroy the wall like with Krabraken's ult, and Ymir can't cancel the wall early, which is a problem because 6 seconds is an ass-numbingly long fucking time. I don't know. You'd think there would be a way to cancel the wall if you misplace it, but whatever, I guess. Ymir's 2 is Glacier Strike. Ymir smashes his club, doing 370 plus 70% of Ymir's magical damage to all enemies in front of him and slowing them by 35%. Applies Frostbite. Here's another fun fact for you. I didn't know this ability applied to slow until I worked on this video. Didn't stop me from getting diamond with Ymir though. Why yes, I am functionally retarded, thank you for noticing. Not much to comment on, it's Ymir's lane clear. Yeah, something you'll be noticing quickly is that Ymir is one of the OGs of this game, so each of his abilities has one line of text and is super straightforward. Only thing this text doesn't mention is that Ymir does channel this ability while casting it. I mean, it's a super short channel, but he can't move while casting it. I'm starting to ramble, let's just check his next ability. Ymir's 3 is Frost Breath. Ymir uses his breath to freeze enemies in blocks of ice, doing 210 plus 50% of Ymir's magical damage and stunning them for 2.25 seconds. Applies Frostbite. Told you all of Ymir's abilities only have one line of text. Outside of the text not mentioning this small channel time like with Ymir's 2 and the block of ice text technically being wrong, it looks more like he coats gods in ice rather than making them blocks of ice. I have no real comment to make on this ability. Honestly, I was hoping for more to talk about with these abilities. Well, what could I talk about then? So there's this endangered species called the Pacific Northwest tree octopus. Ymir's ult is Shards of Ice. Ymir begins to freeze the air around him, causing shards of ice to grow on his back and slowing enemies by 30%. After a 3-second channel, Ymir erupts out of his frozen state, causing shards of ice to do 1100 plus 150% of Ymir's magical damage to all enemies in his range. Applies Frostbite. Canceling the ability decreases the damage. At max rank, this ability can be cast every 70 seconds. 1100 damage, eh? So at level 20, a major ADC's health is what, 2000 or so? So Ymir's ult chunks people for half of their health. Sure, seems fair. Well, even though this has more lines of text, it's still a very straightforward initiating/setup ability. The only issue I have is that, like always, Hi-Rez doesn't mention how much damage the ult does if you don't charge it up all the way. It truly is amazing how much missing information there is on gods. That said, the ult is really fun to pull off and catch people out with, although you've never truly ulted as a Ymir unless you've ulted in his nuclear winter skin. Fantastic. And that's Ymir for you. He's very easy to play, but very useful as a support. Yeah, he doesn't have any healing and kinda needs Blink to have some mobility, but he does have very good base damage and really excels at locking down players. I mean, after all this time and the amount of power creep that slipped into the game, it's amazing he's still picked up every once in a while. I mean, he's not picked up as much as, say, Terra or Fafnir, but he's still a good god. He's just so huggable.